For First Time Tuesday, I played a game on PS5 called Werewolf, the Apocalypse, Earthblood. Have you heard of this game?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Have you played it?
I have not. I've seen gameplay.
Okay. So you know what I'm about to say.
I think I do.
Okay. Werewolf, the Apocalypse, Earthblood is about an eco-terrorist group who are also like a coven or a lycanthrope group. I don't know what you call them, a pack of werewolves. Yeah. And you, as the main character, you play as one of those werewolves, and you're fighting this company that's basically just destroying the environment to get its resources. And they're like, the world is divided by I can't remember what the three components of the world are. One of them is like all life on Earth. The other one is the Earth itself. And then the third one is the worm. It eats things and destroys. And it got real for a second. It was like the worm has been growing because corporations are greedy and they're taking up too much of the world's resources. It was like an allegory for climate change and the destruction of the environment, which, you know, I get that. Mm-hmm. So you start off in a mission where you're trying to infiltrate this, I guess, construction site for the company that's hurting the environment. And it goes south and you end up flying into a rage and killing your pet wolf that isn't a werewolf, kind of, I guess. And also your wife dies. Like, this all happens in the very first mission, and it's telegraphed so hard. And then because you killed the wolf in a rage, you decide to leave your pack, and then you come back a few years later and they're like, we need help. And the story's bad, the acting is bad, the character models, they have that kind of weird early 2000s robot animation to them. Mm-hmm. Where they look like mechanicans that are robots rather than people. So the graphics, I mean, you've been saying lately, this PlayStation 3 ass game, this really is a PlayStation 3 ass game.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy. More so than any kind of shade you're trying to throw. It's just true.
Right.
And I don't care about that. The gameplay is good. I don't care. The gameplay switches between stealth and action segments. It's very easy to fail the stealth, but as soon as you do, you're just thrown into action, except for parts where you're not. Sometimes stealth is required, and if you get caught, you just have to start the section over again. And for the most part, checkpointing in the game is good, but then sometimes checkpointing is bad. You'll see examples of both of those in the stream. It's honestly awesome to turn into a werewolf and kick ass at first, but then level after level, and I did about 3 levels, you realize that you're always going to be in these drab, boring business or like warehouse or production buildings for the company you're trying to fight. Yeah. And it's just wave after wave of guys that you tear apart. It's like super easy and you're kicking lots of ass, and it just, you can upgrade your character, but the upgrades don't really change gameplay that much or not that exciting. I've never recently, in recent memory, I've looked at a skill tree or an upgrade branch that had multiple paths. Like, I looked at the whole thing and was like, none of this excites me at all. Like, it was the most boring ass skill tree I've ever seen in my life. And it didn't really have much of an effect on how I played, other than like a few tweaks to, you know, stats or bars that you use for attack, shit like that. Mm. Yeah, after I was finished, I played it for a couple hours. I gave it a good go. I really did. I was like, yeah, I'm probably not going to pick this up again. It's just, it was bad. It was boring. It was repetitive. It had a really cool idea, and you could tell there's a lot of lore there. They're pulling from what exists to be, I guess it started life as a tabletop game. Mm-hmm. So think Cyberpunk 2077, how it started life as a tabletop, and there's all this lore and all this extensive backstory, right? So it's very rich history you're dealing with. And there's a really cool idea that they had here, and they just did not know what to do with it, and they fumbled the ball on this one, unfortunately. No. I think in the hands of a more competent director, maybe a little bit of a bigger budget, this could be something really cool. As it stands right now, who they decided to hand off their license to, bad idea. So now, I got it used from GameFly for like $20, so it's not like I spent a whole lot of money on it. I think I got my money's worth. I can always go back if I want to tear shit up as a werewolf, because I don't have too many options when it comes to doing that, other than maybe Skyrim, which arguably way better werewolf game. So yeah, just saying.
The Brotherhood.
Yeah, exactly.